What do I like about movies?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I love movies because it's the most modern point of, something that's been developing for so many years, something that went from theater to radio to television, and then it's able to show so many different things about humanity and about cultures throughout the world. We can look at our history and we can look to the future and look beyond, what we know and kind of dream and imagine, what can be or what could be. And I think that's a great thing.
Vista Theaters was originally built in 1923 by architect Louis A. Smith. It was originally called the Lou Barbe Theater when it played its first feature film, Tips.
Although it was originally supposed to have a Spanish style, an Egyptian craze occurred in the 1930s when King Tut's tomb was discovered. Because of this, the theater was refurbished with Egyptian furniture, art, and heads. In the 1980s, the Vista Theater had become run down and dilapidated after years of negligence. Fortunately, in 1992, it was renovated and brought back to its former glory, with repainted Egyptian heads, red velvet curtain, and improvements in sound quality. Walking up to Vista Theater, the first thing you notice is
in 1984 actually, from Guatemala, and I really didn't have a direction of where I was gonna go or college or anything like that. I was 14 years old, and I remember the first day I arrived to America, my parents drove me by Sunset Boulevard, and then I saw the Vista Theater for the first time, and I didn't know that so much goodness was waiting for me. And in 1988, I got a job here, and it just opened up a whole world of opportunities because eventually I became the projectionist, and then I became the manager. So then the rest was history. I was 18 years old, and I was thirst for knowledge, and I begged the person that was doing it to show me, and he used to sneak me around in the same projection room that you were at, and then he started showing me, and then just like Cinema Paradiso, one day, secretly he taught me how to do the projector, and then one day the guy was sick and he couldn't come in, and then I remember at the time I had a different boss, and he's like, oh, what am I gonna do? And I was like, I know how to do it. And he's like, you do? Yeah, I go, yeah. And then I ran up there and showed him, and ever since then I became the projectionist. I always tell people that I'm the living Cinema Paradiso. But when I started working here, that was the first film we ever showed. It was that what they were showing. It was called Cinema Paradiso, and it was about this little boy that wanted to learn how to use the projector. And then I was that person. Working here so long and being the projectionist for so many years, I observed that a lot of movies tend to show a lot of violence and negativity. I personally prefer the movies that entertain people, teach them something good, and make them happy. I've noticed that what you show is what people come in. So if you're showing something cool like The Matrix, I notice all these young people coming in with Matrix glasses, and there's this, attitude of coolness, If you're showing Harry Potter, you get all these young scholar attitude students, And if you're showing, let's say, a gangster movie, you get all these gangsters coming. So, it's just an observation that I've done. So if you have a happy movie, you're gonna get a happy audience. And if you get an angry movie about politics or something like that, you're gonna have an angry audience. So that's my observation. Right now that we're in the digital era, I feel like I've been on vacation. 35 millimeter is just a totally different package, There's a lot of advantages because the look is different and the whole process is different. You experience the sound. To me, I think the sound it's a little better. But at the same time, we have to keep up with the new times. Digital is great. I mean, there's great things to digital, I mean, I love just reading a magazine and not having to worry about the digital, where in 35, there was definitely a lot of risk of the film getting scratched or getting tangled up or the motor, because it's kind of like running a car, so if you don't have enough oil or if you don't have enough power or something like that, you'll just stop, just like a car. Being here for so long, you can say that wearing a tie and a regular clothes, you have done that, So I noticed that when I wear a costume, suddenly the operation turns into Disneyland, and there's just this different atmosphere that comes with just doing something so simple.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Walking into the Vista Theaters is kind of an amazing experience.
When you first walk in, it almost seems like something really out of an old movie. Really, the sets, it looks like a film set.
It's like part 1920s Art Deco mixed Spanish style mixed in with 1930s Egyptian craze.
You step into old Hollywood, kind of. There's the Egyptian heads looking down at you. There's the light fixtures up above. There's, the red curtain in front with the Egyptian seal on the top.
It's all these kind of relics from the 20s and 30s.
It's a portal to look at, the old ways of cinema, the old ways of movies, how people used to dress up, and it was a great event. You'd go and see a movie. It wasn't just like today, if you were bored, you go watch some kind of good, kind of bad movie. It was a great thing. You'd bring your whole family, you'd all dress up, and it's kind of like one of the last examples of that time.